Hey guys, Max Weigand here. So in this video I want to share with you one of my all-time favorite quotes that comes from Olympic champion Robert Harting. He said, "Sports are 90% mental and the rest is in your head." Now the reason I love that quote is because this is something you'll hear over and over again from the greatest athletes in the world. That the ultimate competitive advantage that they have gained is not some innate skill, it's not some innate talent that they were born with. It's not something that they've developed externally. But the ultimate competitive advantage that they have gained is training their mental game to maximize their full potential. And I've talked to many Olympic champions, world champions in triathlon and gymnastics and swimming and rock climbing, all of that. And over and over again, what those Olympic champions, world champions have told me is that this is exactly the reason why they have succeeded over their peers, right? They weren't necessarily innately more talented, more skilled, more, just lucky. But they've developed deliberately the mental game so that they were able to maximize their potential on the day that mattered most. And this, by the way, doesn't just apply to athletics. It really applies to any area of endeavor in your life, whether you're a business person, whether you're a parent, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a salesperson. It doesn't really matter what you do, right? Any of our lives can be improved by training the mental side. And so the problem that most people face is they never really think or care about training the mental game as much as the physical, the outside stuff, right? So if you're a salesperson, for example, you may spend a lot of time on trying to find the right words, trying to find the right techniques. But how much time do you actually spend practicing your grit, your tenacity, your persistence, your ability to go back after failure and keep coming back and keep knocking on doors and keep making those sales calls? If you're a parent or a teacher, you may know all the perfect ways to prepare your children, but how much time do you actually spend practicing your patience and your kindness and your love for them? How much time do you spend training yourself to calm your negative emotions, anger, frustration, sadness, resentment, so that you can interact with those children in a loving and kind way? If you're an athlete, if you're a runner like me, how much time do you spend not just running those miles, which obviously you need to do, but how much time do you spend actually training the ability to push through in the middle of the race when the going gets tough, when you're experiencing all this pain, the suffering? How much time do you spend training exact that moment so that you don't give in, so that you don't get slower, but you're actually able to push through and finish strong? How much time do you spend training, your ability, you not, being nervous wreck basically before every race or before every public performance, right? But you're actually able to stay calm and cool and collected so that you're ready to go when it matters most. And so I just wanted to shoot this quick video, guys, to really remind you or encourage you really to reflect on, this question here, which is, what does it take for me and that endeavor that I've chosen in my life to take my game to the next level, right? What is the mental aspect of that? What are the mental skills that I need to develop? Whether it's emotional stability, whether it's the ability to push through pain, whether it's the ability to be more confident, whatever it is. What does it take for me mentally to raise my game to the next level so that on those days when it matters most, I can actually fulfill my potential? Because the truth is we all have certain physical genetic limitations, right? Like my running skills, for example, are limited, right? I'm not the greatest, the most gifted. And so if I want to truly maximize my potential, and this is my physical limit, the mental game then decides where I'm going to play, right? Because even if my physical limit is all the way up here, but my mental game isn't really good, I'm not going to fulfill that, right? Because I'm not going to be able to access that gap. But if you maximize your mental game, you're going to be able to fulfill that physical limit, the physical genetic potential that you've been given. And so that's my call to you guys. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope it made you think a little bit about what does it take to master the mental game so that I can really fulfill my potential in life. And so with that being said, guys, hope you enjoy. See you next time.